Hi there, I'm Annalise and I'm here with Richard at the Ordnance Survey, and we're talking about 5G. We want to find out why it's so important and what it's going to do for us. Why is it so important for the Ordnance Survey?
Well, hi Annalise. It's important for the Ordnance Survey because in the future 5G networks, to build out a 5G network, you need to understand the built environment in a much more detailed way than you've had to do in the past for 3G and 4G networks. So 5G signals will be much more affected by interference from objects they meet in the environment. That could be buildings, that could be trees. Leaf on, leaf off makes a difference. The weather makes a difference. Also, any other obstructions could be vehicles driving down the street. Could be a bus station or a bus shelter. All those things will affect the way in which a 5G signal can propagate. And so, for network planners who want to understand what's the optimum location to site my antennae and how many antennae do I need to put in an area to give me good coverage, it's really important to have a very accurate model of the 3D world. And that's where Ordnance Survey we see a role for us to play. We've done a project here to showcase how you might plan a 5G network in an urban area. We've built an accurate 3D model of Bournemouth, a location on the south coast of England, working in partnership with the local council at Bournemouth, also with 5G Innovation Centre in Guildford and the Met Office. Our model builds an accurate 3D sort of depiction of the city. It allows you to navigate through the city, and it also allows you to plan where you may site some cells for the 5G network. It also allows you to run a mathematical model that shows you how the signal coverage from the site locations is affected by what you see in the environment. So in this case, you can see some vegetation here, you can see some sort of buildings along this edge here and some vegetation here. And where you see areas of blue or light blue, you're seeing areas where the signal is dropping away. So you can see that coverage is very much dependent on almost a line of sight from the antenna to whoever wants to receive the signal. So that means in the future, planners are going to have to think about the geographic environment in a much more detailed way than they currently have, and that kind of will help us to inform our roadmap for how we develop Ordnance Survey's products in the future.
Well, that definitely sounds very exciting. Why don't you talk to me a little bit about TechXLR8? Why are you here? What are you planning on doing while you're here? What are your highlights? Tell me.
Well, the highlight really is just being here. It's fantastic to be amongst fellow organisations that are working in the 5G space and also in the technology space. So we think of ourselves very much as a technology company. People might think of us as mapping, but in fact most of what we do is digitally based, so we are very much a technology company. It's great to have conversations with other organisations that are involved in 5G. So 5G is really an emerging technology. There are no 5G networks out there at the moment. So we're having great conversations with organisations that are thinking about 5G networks, trying to plan them, and we're trying to see where our bit fits into that picture. So it's a great place to network. Thinking about the wider conference here, certainly IoT and thinking about smart as a kind of a future use case for 5G. So 5G is very much built on future use cases such as that, so Internet of Things and sensors and connected autonomous vehicles. So it kind of all comes together. So this is obviously the perfect place to kind of make those connections and kind of join up with people.
Well, you've definitely convinced me. I'm very excited. I can't wait to find out more about 5G as well as the Ordnance Survey.